Alright guys, so welcome to another video. You may recognize the structure behind me here. This is the halfway hut out on the Skokie trail loop. So those of you that have been around the channel for a while may recognize this spot because we were here early last November, back in the winter time. So it's a lot nicer now, I have to say. It was a much easier hike out. I'm heading out to Baker Lake for the night. I'm only out for one night again, just because that's all the time I have, and I was only able to get it's a pretty packed area. I'm surprised I was able to even get a site for one night. But yeah, I'm super excited to get back there. It's high alpine terrain, and the campground is right next to the lake. I'm pretty sure this time, so I'm super excited to see what it's like up there. And yeah, just stopped here at the halfway hut to remember what November was like, coming up here in the snow with snowshoes and a backpack and all that stuff on, all the warm clothing on. Now I'm in here in a t-shirt and fully opened up pants, so quite a bit different. Alright guys, so getting close to Baker Lake right now. I just thought I'd make a quick clip. I just grabbed a shot of the mountain back here, because one of the cool things about these like high alpine areas of the Rockies is that kind of no matter what the lighting is, they just look spectacular. I mean, you can look at photos and realize it looks pretty cool, but like when you're actually out here, just being surrounded by like giant mountains everywhere, but it also feels like you're in the middle of the prairies because it's just like wide open and pretty flat. It's a really weird feeling, and it's just super cool. Pretty much the number one reason I wanted to come up here is because it's been a long time since I've experienced a big alpine pass. I mean, Mystic Pass was pretty cool, but it wasn't all that big, whereas there's multiple lakes in this pass, so it's pretty big. Alright guys, so this is Baker Lake. As you can see behind me, it's a pretty big and awesome looking lake. I can't do a whole lot of recording here because the campground is pretty much full. There's a lot of cool stuff here. Just walking around, I don't know how to explain it. My photography style has changed a lot recently, where it's like I only go through the effort of setting up the camera and the tripod and all that if I think there's a shot to be had. But whereas today, it's just like every time I see something, it's just like, okay, snap a picture, because this is just so cool out here. I mean, I thought Mystic Pass was cool. Back here is kind of way cooler, because it's just, I don't know, it's that kind of specialty terrain that you don't really get to see very often. Alright guys, so I'm not at the spot that I'm going to be shooting for sunrise tomorrow, but I can see it from here. And I just wanted to scout a little ways back because there's a lot of really nice rock and texture in the area here that I want to make sure I get. But I think my original plan, which is like, I don't know, 5 or 10 meters from where I'm sitting right now, you just get a lot more. And with my tripod nice and high up, you get a really nice angle on the rock outcroppings with the peak in the distance. So I'm definitely gonna be coming and shooting that for sunrise tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock, I think. So I mean, the nice part about that is that I can wake up at like 5:30, quickly make myself a coffee, come and sit down by the lake here, and there shouldn't be too many people or mosquitoes up. So it should be everything is kind of looking in order for a good sunrise. There's literally endless things for me to photograph out here, so I'm not stressed out. I'm not worried about finding anything. I've definitely, as long as I've got my sunrise spot, I can kind of mess around with sunset and try and just kind of see what I can find when the light starts coming in. So yeah, it's just all about exploring now and seeing what I stumble upon. guys, so quick photography lesson for you. This is why you always keep a lens protector on the front of your lens. Alright guys, so sunset now. We got, well, maybe about 10 minutes or so. And I've got myself set up on a really nice shot. Got my standard lens on with the variable ND cranked way up, so I'm getting nice long exposure shots. And it's working out surprisingly well. Getting nice smooth reflections, all that stuff. I gotta up my time here a little bit. Alright, so this is pretty much going to do it for sunset. You can see it's kind of, well, it's still pretty bright out, but it's kind of sputtered out behind me. We're not going to be getting any super cool color or anything like that, so I'm going to just change my position here. I think I've got as many shots of the same view as I possibly can to make it somewhat interesting. So I'm just going to move down a little ways to where all these rock outcroppings are and just see what I can do with some reflections, stuff like that. Alright guys, so I think I'm going to call it a night here. I've gotten all the shots I can possibly think of getting, and the light's not really changing anymore, it's just kind of starting to dim. So yeah, it's been an amazing evening, photography-wise. Mosquito-wise, it's absolutely sucked, but I don't know, it's all worth it for just the absolutely amazing views that I'm getting at this lake here. So I'd love it. I didn't think it would be as good as it is, and I mean, so it's exceeded my expectations by a long shot. Other than the mosquitoes. So yeah, gonna call it a night, and I'll pick this up again tomorrow morning. Alright guys, good morning. So we're in the blue hour now. Sun will be coming up in about an hour or so. So I'm just kind of out here nice and early before everyone else wakes up to try and find my spot. The spot I picked out yesterday, that's a pretty good spot. I just did a few shots with the ultra wide at 10 mil, and it looks super cool. Anyone who says that blue hour is not a cool time to shoot has never shot in it before, because it's just, it's such an amazing time to shoot. And so yeah, the couple test shots I've done, they're turning out and they're looking pretty good. But I'm not too sure I like the composition that much, because it really leans on just the fact that it's an ultra wide view rather than it's a good composition, which makes it interesting. So I'm gonna kind of wander around, see if I can find something else. There is quite a bit of foreground interest just in this little pool that I'm in right now. And so I'll keep wandering around here, seeing if I can just find a better angle, something just a little bit more interesting that'll help bring the whole composition together. Alright guys, so this is pretty much it for sunrise. The sun has completely come up and it's starting to get pretty harsh lighting all around the mountains here. So I apologize I wasn't able to do a whole lot of talking during sunrise. A few people came down, we're doing photography and that, so I got chatting with them and just kind of forgot to shoot any video of me talking to the camera. So sorry you guys kind of missed out on that little bit, but yeah, I definitely think we got some sweet shots. yeah, it should be pretty good results. Everything from blue hour to sunrise to now into kind of golden hour. Everything, just the scenery itself is just amazing. There was one point where a deer walked out on the one of the outcroppings here, which was just insane, insanely lucky. I didn't react quick enough, and I didn't get my exposure and all that set quick enough to actually catch him, but it looked pretty cool. So this is definitely a cool area and a place I'll be coming back to in the future. Hopefully in the fall. There's a lot of larches not around here, so I think with fall coloring, this area could be even more beautiful than it is right now. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. This has been Baker Lake. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one.